Hi, my name's Sara Crawshaw. I'm the supervisor of the environmental lab for the borough of Carlisle. Every week, our lab staff goes out into the borough and takes water samples to make sure your drinking water is safe. The way that we do this is by picking certain locations within the borough, going to a faucet. It could be a kitchen faucet, it could be a bathroom faucet, but we turn the water on, we let it run for quite a little bit because we want to make sure that we're getting water from the mains that are under the streets and not just the water that's in the pipes in your building. Once we've let the water run for quite a little bit, we'll take a chlorine residual reading to tell us how much chlorine is in the water, and then we'll take a water sample. To do this, we have a sterile bottle. We open the lid, and we make sure that we keep everything sterile by not letting it touch anything. So once the water's been running, we bring it down to a steady stream, and we fill up our collection bottles. Then we cap it, and we take it back to the lab. Okay. Once we get our samples back into the lab, one of our lab technicians will then add the media reagent to the sample that will let us know if there's any bacteria present in the water. We take over 30 samples from throughout the borough every single month. Now, what this media will do is if there's any sort of harmful bacteria, which is called total coliform bacteria, this media will stick to the bacteria and make it turn yellow. If there's no harmful bacteria in the water sample, it will stay clear. Once we add the media, we give it a good shake and make sure it's dissolved. And then we'll put our samples in the incubator for 24 hours. After 24 hours, we're going to come and check our water samples. As you can see, we have one sample that has no color, and we have two samples that have turned yellow. If these were real water samples, we would have to report these positive results to the state, and we would do resamples of the site to see what kind of problem there may be in the drinking water. This is sometimes where you'll have a boil water notice come from. But these are not real samples. These are just examples, just so we can give you a visual. So when we look at this sample, we can say, yes, there is no yellow color, which means this is free of total coliform bacteria, and this water is safe to drink. When we look at this sample, we definitely see a yellow color, which means there is total coliform bacteria in there. And when we look at this sample, there's a yellow color, telling us that there's total coliform bacteria in there. This test is also a double test. It can give us one more piece of information if we shine a black light on it. You can see that one of the yellow samples doesn't fluoresce, and one of the yellow samples does fluoresce this really cool blue color. What this tells us is that this is just total coliform bacteria, but it tells us that this one, not only is it total coliform bacteria, but it's also E. coli. And E. coli is what's found in the intestinal tracts of all animals. As we celebrate National Drinking Water Week, we want to assure you that the borough lab technicians are always here to make sure that your water is safe to drink. We work in conjunction with our water treatment plant and our water treatment plant operators to always make sure that when you turn on your faucet that you're getting good, clean tap water to drink.